welcome to today's video. So before we jump into the actual chemistry modules and in particular the dot points, I want each and every one of us to have a true understanding and respect for what most people think is an extremely boring and difficult subject called chemistry. So the first thing that we have to know is why chemistry. So a lot of my students are personally doing chemistry due to its scaling factor, or it's a prerequisite requirement to get into their uni course. But give me a few minutes and hopefully I may change your outlook, because to truly understand a subject, you in some sort of way have to kind of like it. So you have to kind of find a passion, find a reason why you like chemistry. So back when I was doing my HSC, I hated chemistry. Honestly, I hate is a bad word, but the first couple of weeks, I was thinking of dropping it. So I went home, instead of actually studying, I started watching documentaries like Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman, Stan Lee, and I felt fascinated with the questions they were asking and the answers they were providing. The fact that your microwave magically turns cold food into hot within seconds with no fire involved. The fact that on a cold winter's night, your aircon turns that cold air into nice warm air. The fact that we're watching this video right now, the fact that I'm able to make this video right now, the fact that we being alive right now is all due to chemistry. So what is chemistry? So chemistry is the study of matter, its properties, and how they react. So whenever you get lost or confused, come back to these basic fundamentals. So chemistry is the study of matter, its properties, and how they react. So what is matter? So what is matter? Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. So matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. So the smallest of these being is an atom. So atom is basically a proton which is positively charged within the core, and a neutron which is neutral. And orbiting, this is not really orbiting necessarily, we'll jump into that a bit later, is an electron which is negatively charged. But in chemistry, you'll be most looking at the proton and the electron. The neutron is, it's just there chilling. So basically, all these things, atoms, they combine to make elements, right? And thus giving us this beautiful thing called the periodic table of elements, which periodically meaning they're periodically organized in increasing atomic number. So atomic number, which is basically the number of protons within an atom. So a lot of confusion arises from this. A lot of you guys might be asking. So when I look at the periodic table, some elements, let's say for example gold, right? Gold has a symbol of AU, and silver has a symbol of AG. So you might be asking, why is gold AU, silver AG? So some of these symbols arise from Latin words. So gold in Latin is aurum and silver is argentinium. So I guess they're just kind of stuck with that. But the history of the periodic table, it was one of the earliest periodic tables was developed in 1869, which is pretty much 150 years ago. um you know and people back then would have died for the information we now have. Chemists back then, they would have not imagined the technological advancements we now use on a daily basis. The fact, our phones, our computers, the batteries within them, the processors, pretty much I can go on forever, pretty much every single thing around us and within us has to do with chemistry. So I hope as time goes on, so will your fondness for this fascinating subject called chemistry. Thank you for watching.